I'm sure I was not alone in being absolutely gobsmacked by the story that appeared in the Australian newspaper yesterday, detailing how our Australian Defence Forces, instead of preparing a tasty array of missiles, subs and other armaments with which to defend our country, have been busy spending their budget preparing a tasty cookbook. Yes, the Australian Defence Forces Guided Weapons and Explosive Ordnance Group have published a Taste of Harmony cookbook. You can't make it up. Your taxpayer dollars have been spent not buying new missiles or building drones or investing in submarines or even buying bullets. Nope, your taxpayer dollars have been spent on a cookbook to celebrate Harmony Day. According to The Australian, this clown, Air Marshal Leon Phillips, who is supposed to be establishing a $20 billion plus domestic missile manufacturing industry for our security, a program which to date is nowhere to be seen, has instead been in the kitchen cooking up a storm and then authorising an $1,800 print run of a recipe book in order to celebrate some woke idiocy called Harmony Week. Apparently Air Marshal Leon Phillips, who is supposed to be defending this nation, believes the incredible power of food will help his team get the job done. How about the incredible power of, bombs and guided missiles and things? Don't get me started on Harmony Week. You are an army. Your job is to fight and kill people in order to defend us, not sit around wearing kaftans, singing Kumbaya and swapping spag bowl recipes. But wait for it. In the book's foreword, this galoot writes, in line with this year's theme of Everyone Belongs, this cookbook serves as a reminder that every member of Guided Weapons and Explosive Ordnance Group's group is valued as we work towards our shared purpose. Pass the sick bag, Air Marshal. Now, what is truly stomach-churning is that, according to The Australian, nothing of any substance has been happening in terms of the actual job these idiots are supposed to be doing. Quote, they just haven't done anything, said one source, or should that be source. They're meant to be delivering a whole lot of locally made missiles to increase our stocks for times of war, and that just hasn't progressed. And they amusingly added, I'd be cautious about any cooking times suggested in this cookbook, given the amount of time it's taken for the missile plan to come to a boil. Very nice. Defence Minister Richard Marles has said that when it comes to defence cuts, everything is on the table. So here's my suggestion. The one thing that should definitely be off the menu is Air Marshal Leon Phillips' job. So, where the Americans had Operation Desert Storm, we get Operation Desert Storm. And forget bombs away, our Weapons and Explosive Ordnance Group are more concerned with Bombe Alaska. Where the Brits celebrate Dunkirk, we prefer done medium rare. Forget the Battle of the Bulge, we just go straight for the bulge. But hey, maybe this Air Marshal could offer his cooking tips to the rest of Albo's useless cabinet. They could even copy Harold Wilson and make it a Albo's kitchen cabinet. We could have the Jim Chalmers cookbook. After all, he certainly knows how to cook his books, including Paul Keating's rising souffle recipe for the economy that's fallen completely flat. Or even Jimbo's magic pudding, slapping a tax on your entire unrealised casserole when you haven't even peeled the potatoes yet. Or how about the Penny Wong Middle Eastern banquet menu, minus, of course, any Jerusalem artichokes, and if it doesn't work out, blame it all on those evil Israelis. Plus, there's Tony Burke's Gaza Ganoush feast. Everyone's invited, feeds up to 3,000 starving immigrants, and you don't even have to go through proper security vetting. Or how about Chris Bowen's Windmills Smorgasbord, sashimi sea eagle served with wafer-thin slices of the finest diced and chopped whales and dolphins, served up in a ragout of raw baby-clubbed Queensland koalas. Albo himself could offer up a Chinese cookbook all of his own. Handsome boy dim sim, the emphasis being on dim, followed by chicken's feet stew with a real culinary delight, albolone, the finest deep-sea abalone freshly sourced by Chinese military divers from the pristine waters of the Tasman Sea. And of course, it being NAIDOC week, how about the entire Albanese government pitch in and service up a reheated voice complete with lashings of macarata, sprinkled with freeze-dried truth-telling and whipped-up Indigenous indignation and outrage. But here's my culinary tip, especially in the light of the news of a secret meeting. If Albo wants to try and get into President Trump's good cookbooks, he should send him my recipe for ambassador stew, also known as cooked goose or cactus Kevin. Take one psychopathic narcissist and roast gently over hot coals, traditionally carved with a knife in the back and served with a julienne of salty Gillard and a side order of flambe pink bats. Bon appétit!